Hello, and welcome to the lesson Dashboarding. This lesson will explain how to create and format different types of charts, such as thermometer and Pareto charts. It will also cover the importance of interactive charts and form controls, such as combo box, checkbox, and radio buttons. Let's say a large automobile component manufacturer is looking for a detailed analysis of the profit and sales across various regions in a product-wise manner. The dataset is huge and scattered across the regions. Collating all these datasets and analyzing the profit and sales value across the various regions is a difficult task. Using dashboards, the data visualization tool of Excel, it is easy to create a detailed analysis report. These dashboard reports will provide insights and alert us in case of negative trends or projections for profit sales in specific regions, which can then be used to develop future strategy. Dashboards are highly effective in validating the effectiveness of the matrix captured over time and to bring out the leading trends. Dashboards help consolidate and organize these metrics through a summary. Let us start this lesson by defining its objectives. After completing this lesson, we will be able to understand what dashboards are, illustrate the principles of great dashboard design, create interactive charts in Excel and format them, understand form controls and how to use them, and create an interactive dashboard. When it comes to large or complex data sources, we might face difficulties in reviewing the detailed views. Well, in order to see the views clearly, we can create an interactive dashboard to limit the data shown. A dashboard is generally defined as a real-time tool which has easy-to-read user interface showing a graphical presentation of the data. It is an efficient way to extract data into actionable insights. Dashboard reports are very popular these days. They help the reader to quickly analyze the data and take action accordingly. An appropriately designed dashboard can quicken the decision-making process, provide better coordination for your organization's efforts, and record the performance outcome. What are the principles of a great dashboard? This is a very tricky question, as it's easier to recognize an exceptional dashboard design rather than describing it. A good business dashboard is an indispensable tool when designed appropriately. Unfortunately, most of the dashboards are overstuffed, sluggish, and ultimately too hard to use. It's all about presenting the right data sets in a seamless and understandable manner. Now we will be learning a few key points which we need to consider before designing a dashboard. 1. Who is my audience? Show the right data to the right audience. We need to take care of the target audience for whom we are designing the dashboard. For example, if we are designing it for the managerial level, we should include associate level analysis. But if we're designing it for the CEO level, we should include analysis for the business level as well. 2. What value will the dashboard add? We need to take care of what the KPIs, or key performance indicators, we add to our dashboard. In the below screenshot, we have a profit and sales data region-wise, product-wise, and salesman-wise. So management can easily see the trend and take relevant actions accordingly. 3. What type of dashboard are we creating? As per our target audience, we can always decide first which type of dashboard we are planning to design. There are commonly 3 types of dashboards: operational, analytical, and strategical. Number 4, no scrolling. It is best if we are able to see everything at once. We should try to avoid fragmenting our data by having to scroll. Number 5, allow drill down capabilities within dashboards. It's good to add form controls in a dashboard like a combo box, checkbox, etc., so the user can easily drill down the data and see the result. Number 6, include actionable information. We should always try to include information which prompts the user to initiate an action. A worksheet may contain thousands of rows of data. By simply examining the raw information, it would be difficult to see patterns and trends. Charts allow us to represent the data graphically, making it easy to analyze comparisons and trends. In Excel, a number of chart types are available, like line, column, bar, pie, etc. The selection of the right chart type depends on what your data represents and how we want to visualize it. We can choose the chart type that best fits our data. Column charts are used when we want to work with a variety of data and perform comparisons between them. Line charts are used to depict trends in data and illustrate its progression over time. Pie charts compare proportion of each category, where each category is shown as a slice of the pie. Bar charts are used to compare data by displaying values using horizontal columns. Creating a chart is very easy in Excel. Consider the given sales data. This table shows the net sales and the profit loss for each salesman. The data in this table has been extracted from our master table by creating a pivot table, considering the fields salesman, net sales, and profit and loss. To create a chart, perform the given steps. Select the cells whose data we want to display in our table. Here we will select the cells B6 to D13. Click the Insert tab. Under Charts panel, select the chart type we want to create. Here we will click on Column Chart. From the drop-down menu, select 2D clustered column chart. The column chart appears on the worksheet. This chart depicts the net sales and profit and loss done by each salesman in the form of columns. We can easily switch between different chart types. Suppose we want to change the column chart for profit and loss to a line chart. Select the column chart for profit and loss, right-click on it, and select the option Change Series Chart Type. The Chart Type dialog box appears. In the reference box adjoining profit and loss, select the chart type as line. Click OK. The line chart appears for field profit loss. We can apply special formatting like changing background colors, adding legends, adding data labels, color, etc. to the charts created at any point in time. When we select a chart in Excel, two extra tabs appear in the menu: Design and Format. With the help of these two tabs, we can change the design of the chart by applying any formatting to it. Let's say we want to change the background color of our chart. Select the chart, click the Format tab. Under Shape Style panel, select Shape Fill option and select the required color. The chart is updated with the new background color. We can also format a specific part of the chart. Let's apply formatting to the vertical and horizontal axis in our chart. Here, we will change the maximum value in our vertical axis to 1,500,000. Select the vertical axis, then perform a right-click and select the option Format Axis. In the Format Axis box, under Axis Options, set maximum value as 1,500,000. The chart is updated with the new values in the vertical axis. In this topic, we will learn how to create a chart which looks like a thermometer, that is, a thermometer chart. It is used to represent data when we have an actual value and a target value. This chart shows how much we have achieved from our target. Consider the given sales table. The table depicts the amount of sales done in each month of the year 2015. Our total yearly target was 10 million, but we were able to achieve a target of 8,699,370 sales only. Let us consider a thermometer chart which depicts how much sales have been achieved compared to the total target. Select the data, cell C22. Click on Insert tab. Under the Charts panel, select the chart type as column, and then click Clustered Column. A column chart appears on the worksheet. Now we will remove the gap between the vertical axis and the series. Select the column chart. Right-click the bar and select the option Format Data Series. In the Format Data Series dialog box, select Gap Width as 0%. Lastly, reduce the width of the chart. Now we will fix the vertical axis to 100%. Select the vertical axis on the left. Right-click the axis and select the option Format Axis. In the Format Axis dialog box, set the maximum value as 1 under Axis Options. We can also change the background color of column chart. To change the background color of column, select the column in the chart. Right-click the column and select the option Format Data Series. Select the fill color as red. Right-click the remaining portion of the chart and select the option Format Plot Area. Select the fill color as black. Now we will insert an oval shape and group it with the chart. Click on the Insert tab. Under the Illustrations panel, click on Shapes. Select the shape Oval. Draw this shape below the column chart. Let's change the color of the oval to red. Select the oval shape. Click on Format tab. Under Shape Styles panel, click on Shape Fill and select the color as red. Click on Shape Outline and select the color as red. To group the shape and the chart, select the oval. Using the Control key, select the column chart as well. Right-click the shapes and select the option Group. Here's the outcome of our work. The thermometer chart is ready. A Pareto chart contains both a column chart and a line graph. In this chart, the line graph represents the cumulative total and the column chart represents the individual values arranged in descending order. The purpose of the Pareto chart is to highlight the most important or crucial factor among a set of factors. It is used as a basic tool for quality control as it allows us to easily determine the common problems and issues. Let us consider an example. An online e-commerce business were witnessing a steady decline in profits. Management assumed that the decline in profit was due to customer dissatisfaction with the product they were selling and blamed their supply chain vendor for this problem. So management decided to do a customer survey to list down the type and frequency of complaints. In the table, we have customer complaints frequency and cumulative percentage data. We want to create chart for frequency and cumulative frequency percentage. To create a Pareto chart, select cells from C5 to E15. Click on Insert tab. Under Charts panel, select Column Chart. From the drop-down menu, select 2D Clustered Column Chart. Now let's create a secondary axis for cumulative frequency. Select the cumulative frequency column. Click on Format tab. Under Current Selection Group, select the option Series Cumulative Frequency from the drop-down. Click on Format Selection. Under Series Options, select the Secondary Axis Radio button. Select the cumulative frequency columns. Right-click on it and select the option Change Series Chart Type. In Change Chart Type, click the drop-down next to the cumulative frequency percentage and select the line chart. Click OK. This creates a Pareto analysis chart for our data. From the Pareto chart, it's clear that the reasons for the business not running well are payment gateway failure and slow web service. In this example, we have learned how to add secondary axes to the chart. We can add a secondary axis to our chart when we have different data types. In our current example, we have a data type number for frequency and percentage for cumulative frequency. Form controls are objects which give functionality to interact with our data in Excel. Excel provides a number of controls that are useful for selecting items from a list. The different form controls available in Excel are labels, group box, button, checkbox, option button, list box, combo box, scroll bar, and spin button. To insert form controls in Excel, we need to first add Developer tab in the menu. To add the Developer tab, click on the File menu, choose Options. In the navigation pane, click Customize Ribbon. On the right-hand side of the Customize Ribbon panel, select Developer checkbox and click OK. Now to insert any form control, click on the Developer tab. Under the Controls panel, click the Insert toolbox. We can select and draw any form control by left-clicking any item. In the subsequent topics, we will learn how to create an interactive dashboard using different form controls like combo box, checkbox, and scroll bars. Consider the given sales data. This table shows the net sales of 3 regions, North, West, Middle, in various months. The data in this table has been extracted from our master table by creating a pivot table considering the fields date and region. In the given sales worksheet, we will add a combo box for region. So if user selects region as North, it shows sales of the North region only. If he selects region as West, then sales of West region are only visible. In the combo box, we can either type an entry or choose only one item from the list. This form control always shows the current value in the text box. Here we will create a reference table shown in the range G6 to H18. Now let's insert a combo box. Click on the Developer tab. Under Controls panel, click on Insert. Click the combo box and drag it on the worksheet. Now right-click the combo box and choose Format Controls. In the Input Range reference box, select the region List, North, West, and Middle. In the Cell Link reference box, select cell Q1 as our cell link. Click OK. The combo box is populated with the required list. If we click on Combo Box and select North, the cell link value becomes 1 because North is the first item of the product list, and so on. We will use Offset function to fetch sales amount information from the main table into the reference table based on cell link, which is connected to Combo Box. Write the Offset function in cell H7. Type =, function name offset, then open parenthesis. The first parameter is reference. We will select the cell B6. For the second parameter, rows, insert function as row, open bracket, close bracket, -6. Row, open bracket, close bracket, -6 returns 1. Row, open bracket, close bracket function returns the current row number. For third parameter, calls, select the cell link that is the cell Q1 and close parenthesis. Now copy and paste the formula in the other cells as well. Now create a column chart for the reference table. This chart also gets connected to ComboBox. If we select region as West in ComboBox, reference table and chart displays the values of West region. If we select region as Middle in ComboBox, reference table and chart changes accordingly. A checkbox control is used when we want to analyze multiple categories or items at the same time. We can select more than one checkbox at a time on a worksheet. Consider the sales table used to analyze sales in various regions, North, West, and Middle. Here, we might want to compare the sales between North and West, or Middle and North, or Middle and West, or any other combination. In this case, the checkbox control can help us. First, we will create a reference table shown in range B15 to N18. Now, let's insert a checkbox. Click on the Developer tab. Under Controls panel, click on Insert. Click the checkbox and drag it on the worksheet. Here, we will insert 3 checkbox control, inserting the region North, West, and Middle. Let's add labels to this control. Select the checkbox, right-click on it, and choose Edit Text. Insert the name as North for the first checkbox. Change label as West for the second checkbox. And change label as Middle for the third checkbox. Now add cell link to each checkbox. Right-click on the checkbox and choose Format Controls. In the Format Controls dialog box, go to Control tab. In the Cell Link reference box, select cell A16 as our cell link. Click OK. Do the same for the other checkboxes as well. Assign cell link as A17 to checkbox West. And cell link A18 to checkbox Middle. Now, if we click and select North checkbox, cell link value displays True. Do the same for West and Middle. Now, if we uncheck the North checkbox, cell link value changes to False. We will use the if function to fetch sales amount information from main table into the reference table based on cell link, which is connected to the checkbox. Write if function in cell B16. Type $, function name as if, then open parenthesis. The first parameter is logical test. Here we will enter the test as $A16 equal true. In second parameter, value if true, we will select cell B7. Leave the third parameter, value if false, as blank. Copy and paste the formula in other cells. Change the row number, that is the second parameter, for each formula. Now create a line chart for the reference table. This chart gets linked to the checkbox as well. If we select any item in checkbox, the reference table and chart gets updated accordingly. Scroll bar controls allow users to scroll through a list of pre-formatted values or text. Consider the given sales table. This table shows the net sales of 3 regions, North, West, and Middle, in various months. Suppose we want to display data of only 3 months at a time. Here, we shall use scroll bar to scroll between the months. First, we need to create a reference table, like one shown in range B15 to E18. To insert a scroll bar, click on the Developer tab. Under Controls panel, click on Insert. Click the scroll bar and drag it on Worksheet. Now, right-click on the scroll bar and choose Format Controls. In the Format Controls dialog box, go to Control tab. Set the minimum value as 1 and the maximum value as 10. In the Cell Link reference box, select cell A15 as our cell link. Click OK. Now, if we click Forward button in the scroll bar, then value in cell box increases by 1. We will use Offset function to fetch sales amount information from the table to the reference table based on cell link, which is connected to the scroll bar. Let's write Offset function in cell C15. Type =, function name offset, then open parenthesis. The first parameter is reference. We will select the cell B6. For the second parameter rows, insert function as row, open bracket, close bracket, -15, because we want to print the first row value from our table. For third parameter, calls, select the cell link that is cell A15 and close parentheses. Now, copy and paste the formulas in the other cells. Here, change the third parameter and increase the calls parameter by 1. Now, copy and paste the formulas in the other cells as well. For each cell, change the second parameter rows as required reference row number. Now create a column chart for the reference table. This chart also gets connected to scroll bar. Now if we click forward and backward button on the scroll bar, the value cell link increases. The next value is reflected in the reference table and the chart. We can also insert other controls like a spin button, radio button, scroll bar, etc. All of these controls work in Excel with the help of the cell link property. It's up to us which control we want to use in order to create a dynamic report. Dashboard is a graphical representation of our data, which initiate us to take action. In this lesson, we have created a chart with a combo box, checkbox, and scroll bar to show sales in different regions. In the same way, we can add multiple interactive charts depicting other fields to design our dashboard. Now that you've learned the principles of dashboarding, how to create interactive charts, and create worksheets from form controls, let us do a small exercise to reinforce the concepts learned. We will provide you a step-by-step assistance to do this exercise. Let's start working on it together. You are the sales manager of XYZ Company. You are given a sales report that depicts the amount of sales done for the product AB in year 2015. The table also includes the percentage of sales amount by total. You are required to create a chart with two axes: primary axis for sales, column chart, and secondary axis for percentage of sales amount, line chart. Also, change the background of chart and set the color of the column chart as orange and color of the line chart as green. Now that we've learned about dashboarding, let's have a look at the key points of this lesson. Dashboard reports help users quickly analyze data and take action accordingly. Charts allow us to represent the data graphically, making it easy to analyze comparisons and trends. The thermometer chart depicted how much we have achieved from our target. A Pareto chart contains the line graph representing the cumulative total and the column chart representing the individual values arranged in descending order. Form controls are objects which give us the functionality to interact with our data in Excel. This concludes the lesson Dashboarding. In the next lesson, we will introduce you to Analytics with Excel. Hello, and welcome to the Business Analytics with Excel course offered by Simply Learn.